Caesar is the first S-rank defense unit in Zenless Zone 0. Boasting a powerful shield and insane days buildup, I don't see any unit beating her anytime soon. Today we'll be learning the basics on how to use Caesar and how to make our gameplay smoother with combo strings. We'll be doing builds, followed by teams, then combat. If you learned anything new and want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Now, let's get started. Caesar has a 6-hit combo. Holding the basic attack button lets you perform an AoE move that can pull in enemies. Just remember this move requires assist points to use, so use it sparingly. Using your special or EX special does a shield bash with both being able to deflect or interrupt almost any attack. Deflecting a move also makes you invulnerable. After using your EX special, you can do a follow-up attack using the same button if you have enough energy. This follow-up also increases Caesar's impact for 3 seconds. There's a lot of info to talk about, so bear with me here. Whenever Caesar uses her EX special, chain attack, ultimate, or counter, she gives all members a shield equal to 300% of her base impact plus 200 at level 1, and 1400% plus 1400 at level 6. The shield lasts for a minute and is only equipped by the on-field unit. While the shield is active, the wearer's attack is increased by 40 at level 1 and 1000 at level 6. After the shield expires, the buff remains for 5 more seconds. Now for a team passive. When another character can activate a defensive assist or shares the same faction, Caesar applies a debuff to nearby enemies, allowing enemies to receive 25% more damage for 30 seconds. If you don't know what a defensive assist is, it's when your ally blocks the move when you swap. Now for her combo strings. You don't have to learn these, but it makes Caesar feel much better during combat, so I highly recommend learning at least one. I'll also show a prompt on the bottom of the screen to help keep track of the combos. Caesar has 3 important moves: her third basic, her finisher, and her AoE. For our first combo, we basic 3 times, use an AoE, and finish the basic combo. The third basic sets you up for a cleaner execution into the AoE. This combo is mainly for mob fighting. Our next combo involves our finisher. You want to do your normal combo, but right before or right after you do your finisher, you want to animation cancel with your dash or your special. Canceling with either move is very important because the finisher is a big commitment move with a lot of ending lag, rendering you unable to move or attack until the animation is complete. You can cancel the finisher during her first flip or right as she lands the attack. This combo allows for some fun mix-ups depending on who you're fighting. It's especially useful when you're up against more aggressive enemies that try to take advantage of your slow finisher. For Caesar's teams, we have Caesar, Billy or Neko, and Lucy. You can also replace Lucy with Nicole or Sokaku. Another really good team is Caesar, Jane, and Seth. Caesar's team passive is so flexible, I can recommend about every team. These were just the most notable ones. For the build, we have 4-piece Proto and 2-piece Disco. For 1 to 3, focus on crit, pen, and anomaly proficiency. For 4 to 6, I recommend crit rate or crit damage, physical damage percent over pen and attack percent, and finally impact percent. While doing some research on Caesar, other YouTubers have mentioned a couple other builds, mainly 4-piece Freedom and 4-piece Swing Jazz depending on the team comp you're running. Both builds are fairly solid, but 4-piece Proto will be her best as it provides the most benefits overall. I also want to add that these subs are for min-maxing. Yes, the crit damage will add up, but you're gonna be fighting with your DPS for most of the fight anyways. So if you don't want to build crit, then for 1 to 3, I recommend focusing on attack percent, pen, and AP subs. Then for 4 to 6, I recommend attack percent, physical damage percent, and finally, impact percent. These stats won't be as good as crit, but attack percent with amazing substats are a lot easier to obtain over crit with decent subs. Caesar's signature is her best in slot. The shield value provided by the wearer increases by 30%. When any member triggers an interrupt or perfect dodge, all members' damage increases by 18% and days dealt increases by 12% for 20 seconds. Her next W engine is the original Transmorpher. It increases the wearer's max HP by 12.5%, and when attacked, the wearer's impact is increased by 16% for 12 seconds. This buff will also activate if you interrupt an enemy using her special or EX special. And finally, if you have some fossils in your backpack, you can use that too. Guova mentioned a pretty big brain move that might change how we look at W engines in the future. If we use a W engine from a different class, we can still use the main stat. So comparing the Transmorpher, which you need at rank 5 to get the 16% impact, you just need to level up the fossil W engine to 50 to get the permanent 15% impact. Of course, this does depend on your account, but if you don't have a rank 5 Transmorpher, then the fossil would be perfect for your Caesar if you have just one. For her M1, whenever she enters combat or switches in, Caesar instantly activates her shield, which can be triggered every 300 seconds. While her shield is up, she also applies a debuff to nearby enemies, making enemies suffer a 15% attribute damage res reduction. For her M2, whenever you activate Caesar's shield using your EX special, chain attack, or ultimate, Caesar's energy generation increases by 10%, and the wearer gains an increased attack boost. When Caesar uses a chain attack or ultimate, she gains 3 additional assist points. If her energy is below 20, she can activate EX special with 1 assist point instead. This substitution can only be triggered once every 5 seconds. And lastly, for her M6, Caesar's EX special and follow-up always crit. The skill's damage is increased by 50% with an additional 50% dealt to the target. When she uses her EX special, her crit rate increases by 30% and crit damage increases by 60% for 15 seconds. And it's finally over. Caesar offers a lot of protection and support for anyone looking to pull her. She also makes any super aggressive boss into a cakewalk with her specials. Have you pulled for her, or are you still considering it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All you got! Leave it! Victory is in sight! Time to wrap things up!
Don't worry, everyone will get their share! Let's clear him out!
Come on, face me head on! Time to wrap things up! Victory is in sight!
Johnny and I